Hello, thanks for joining me tonight. I'm Brendan Anderson with Kdol Sports, and we're here at Levi Stadium where the 49ers just finished their final preseason game with a loss to the Los Angeles Chargers, 23-21.
It seemed like CJ took a big hit early and then got a quick pull. Were those two related?
We wanted them to go one series. I wish it would have been longer. There was a hard debate that it was only 3 quick plays, but it's not worth it. So you got to make that decision.
Ruben and Solomon?
Well, Ruben, because he's not going to play in these first 2 games, so it's going to be a while for him to get that chance. So once he got out of the protocol and felt good, that's what we planned on doing all along, as long as he was healthy. And then Solomon, it was really between both of us. Him and Armstead hadn't played a ton. And then Solly missed the week at Houston, he got to go back last week, but he wanted to play a little bit more, and I thought it'd be good for him. It was one long drive. Was able to make a couple plays, and we got him out of there. So he stayed healthy, so it was a risk, but that was something that could help him for week 1.
Is Gilliam still in the protocol?
Yes.
When did Foster get out of it?
Foster got out yesterday.
Okay, and why did you choose not to play Armstead?
I just didn't think he needed it. Just talking with him, he got a lot of playing time last week, felt good in practice, and I didn't want to risk it.
What's your initial assessment of Richie James's game tonight, and overall, how his preseason has gone so far?
I think he has had a good preseason. I think a lot of our receivers have. It's going to be tough with the group that we have. I know. I can't keep all of them, but he's been consistent throughout it all, and got some opportunities tonight and came down with them.
It's time for Coach Kyle Shanahan and his coaching staff to make these final decisions to get down to his 53-man roster.
Really, what was your approach to this game, and how many questions in terms of building the 53 did you still have going in?
There's still a number of questions. It wasn't necessarily just position battles, but just where we're going to go with the roster. Where we're going to go heavy, where we're going to go light. There's going to be a few tough decisions on that we're going to have to really talk through tomorrow.
Initial assessment of the offensive line that first quarter was a little rough.
What's that?
Your initial opinion of the offensive line that first
Yeah.
quarter was a little rough.
Yeah, the first few series it was. I think we went 3 and out twice. I think we got one zone read in. I think Nick pulled it. That kind of got us going a little bit. Until then, we couldn't get a first down, and stepped on a personal foul. But, yeah, they got after us early, missed a couple plays, and, it was disappointing. But, once we settled down a little bit, I thought, we finished a little bit better.
How do you think Josh played? I know you said early in the week that he had a chance to overtake Mike. You haven't seen the film yet, but what are your early impressions?
I'm not sure. From what I saw out there, his name didn't come up much, which is a good thing for an O-lineman. And he had 2 good days of practice. One real good day because we were able to have pads on. Yesterday there wasn't as much, but the day before the game. But it was a good week for Josh again, and we'll make that decision as the week goes. I don't know if that's something we'll probably know, or the world probably won't know until a week from Sunday.
Is Fred Warner not playing a good indication that he's likely to start weeks 1 and 2?
I think there's a real good chance, but we wanted to see the other guys tonight. Brock's still in that mix, and we'll see how Malcolm ends up playing out because Malcolm's been battling through some stuff, but he stayed healthy last week, and it's going to be one of those guys.
Still, you play Jonathan Cooper that long just to see how his knee was going to respond?
Yes, yeah, just giving him a chance because he hasn't been able to go as long as everyone else, and we wanted to make sure he could stay out there longer tonight and see how he reacted and make sure we have a lot of tape to watch on him when we get back in.
Generally, what did you think of Beathard's play throughout this preseason?
I didn't think he got a lot of great opportunities. I wasn't down on him at all, but I didn't think he played his best. A lot of that. But I wasn't disappointed in him or anything. Sometimes that's how the preseason goes. Sometimes it's tough to stay out on the field when you get a few penalties, you get behind the chains and stuff, and right when you want to get into a groove, sometimes you're out and the next group's up. So, I wish he could have had some more success, but just how he's played throughout training camp, throughout the season, or throughout the entire offseason, and battling a little bit of his foot injury as it went, I was very happy with CJ.
Taking everything into account between preseason and training camp, did you get everything accomplished that you wanted to? And was there anything that surprised you in either a negative or a positive?
No, the days you're allowed to practice and how many padded stuff you get in, you go and try to get as good as you can. I think everyone would always like more to practice, but also the more you go, the more chances are there of it's hard to keep people healthy. So it's a very fine line in football on how to prepare for it and get ready for this grueling season that'll be long, and also how important every player is, that you don't want to get them hurt. So I'm glad the preseason's over. I'm glad we got through it, and I'm excited to get going now.
Was it important to get Jack Hennigan in just to, as a reward for all the time he spent in here?
Yes, definitely. I mean, he deserved it. He's been, we haven't given him a rep in a game yet, and he hasn't got a very much in practice. But I mean, he knows everything inside and out. He's worked as hard as anyone learning the offense. I think the guys really respect him, just how he worked this offseason throughout OTAs, how hard he worked out in the weight room and with the guys when we were away. And he's a talented guy who deserved the opportunity based off his ability, but also especially the way he handled himself. And I think the guys were really pumped for him watching that. I think it was like a 16-play drive, and he did a heck of a job. He turned one play into quarterback draw that wasn't a quarterback draw, but kept us on the field, and I was real happy for him.
About your choice to keep in for a little bit longer than he was the rest of preseason?
Yeah, he didn't get much last week at running back. We gave the majority of that to Alf. I wanted him to, I think we gave the first series to Alf, so it was quick 3 plays, and we wanted to get him to get a few more carries. It's a tough position in terms of the decisions we got to make tomorrow, and wanted Raheem to have a few more.
Is Mike Person still the front runner to be the starting right guard?
Yeah, he's still a front runner. I mean, anybody who's been at that position for the majority of camp and got all those reps, we're happy with Mike. He's done a real good job, and that's why we didn't dress him tonight. But we're real excited about Josh too. He got a late start, which puts him behind the 8 ball with the group. There's a lot of continuity that goes into O-line playing together. We major in double team blocks, and you get used to who's blocking next to you a lot between the center and the right tackle. So that's an advantage someone has for just being here. But Josh is a talented guy that we believe in, and he's going the right direction, and it's a good problem to have.
You mentioned at the start of camp you felt like you'd have more guys that you cut this year who play in the league this year. Do you still feel that way? And if so, do you feel like maybe there's even more tough decisions than you thought you would have originally?
Yeah, I do, definitely. I mean, there's definitely more than 53 guys I'd like to keep on our team, and there's definitely more than 10 guys I'd like to have on our practice squad. So there's definitely going to be someone here that we still want to be here. But that's the issues of the numbers that you're allowed to keep, the numbers of guys you're allowed to practice with, and that wasn't as much of a problem last year, and I hope that's a problem that we have every year.
With these 4 games behind you, what's the biggest thing you're curious to see from your team going forward in terms of questions you want to see answered?
I'm just ready to see how we show up versus Minnesota. I mean, I'm not going to overthink anything and look too much into how each preseason game's gone. I mean, we're going to have our 53 here over the next couple days, and as I say to our team, everyone talks about the final 53, but never in the history of football has the final 53 stayed the final 53. I mean, that's always moving, and you're always trying to see how it goes with injuries and what's out there. So I'm excited to narrow our group down so we can start really focusing on what we're doing this week, and I'm just excited for the season to start like I think everyone else is.
All right, folks, we got the locker room open.
You got to let him get one more. He really wants to.
He always gets the last one.
You plan to make any initial cuts tomorrow, or are you going to do all of them Saturday?
No, we plan on doing a lot tomorrow. I don't want guys lingering around. We're not going to make guys wait if we already know. So the stuff that's for sure will get done right away. But obviously, there'll be some stuff that'll have to come down to the wire.
As the 49ers finish their last preseason game here at home with a 23-21 loss, the 49ers get to open the regular season in Minnesota against the Vikings on September 9th. And the Niners will be cutting down to their 53-man roster by this Saturday as they prepare for the opening of this 2018 NFL season. For KDOL Sports, I'm Brendan Anderson. Thank you for joining me tonight. We'll catch you on the rebound.